Hello, welcome to Healthy Geeky Amber. I'm Amber. It is Christmas Eve 2020, so Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy Thursday. I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff going on. So, first of all, I've already said that I cannot do these on a regular basis, so I can't say that I'll do it every so often. But I did, between the last episode and this one, record an episode, and it was really kind of a sad sack episode. I was really not doing well. It was around the time of the elections, and I was having career issues with some opportunities that fell through. And I was like, oh, I'm just not going to post it, but I think I will. I'll post it later. It'll just kind of be, right now, it's kind of the lost episode. But I'm back and I'm in better mood. So, first of all, let's talk about how cute I look. Look at this. Oh, it looks so adorable. One of the problems I'm having is I have no clothes and I have nowhere to be physically. So I can just wear the summer clothes that I have. But yeah, things are getting too big. It's very exciting. I have size 16 pants and I can wear leggings under them. So I can layer size 16 pants. Y'all, that's wild. Okay, this is not a situation that I have been in a very, 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 very long time. Mm, mm. I'm excited about that. I'm still losing. Here's my stats. I'm going to talk a little bit about the health stuff. I think that's what a lot of you come for. But there's other stuff going on because this is Healthy Geeky Amber. So we're going to talk about the geekiness and the amberness. Sati. Um, Still losing. I still feel guilty that I don't eat clean, that I eat a lot of processed foods. I mean, compared to how I used to eat, the volume and the quality, like I'm doing a lot better than I have in the past. And I'm just beating myself up about it is not healthy. So it's better to, that's just two unhealthy things if I beat myself up about it. I still hold myself accountable. I still meet with the weight center doctor. So here's the situation with me. I do not like my health center, my weight center. My doctor did a brilliant job, apparently. I like my doctor's nurse, my surgeon's nurse, because, she's who I deal with. I'm never going to see my surgeon again. I think I'm supposed to see him like once a year. But his nurse is who I work with. She makes sure that my prescription gets filled for a med that I take. And I don't like anybody else except for the medical doctor. And I've mentioned before how it works. I have my surgeon, but I also have a medical doctor. What's the difference? Aren't all doctors medical doctors? That's what I thought. But it's more of just not just, but a general practitioner. It's not the surgeon. It's not a specialization. They're a doctor of medicine in general. So anyhow, she works at the health center and I meet with her once a month, every 6 weeks ish. That's not how this usually works. Usually you work with your dietitian, the psychologist, maybe, and stuff like that. But I do not like any of them. So I basically threatened to leave. It wasn't a threat. I was going to leave. I was going to go to another health center and just transfer my care there. And the medical doctor is like, hey, I don't even remember if I mentioned this on air, but yeah, it was a thing. I was totally going to leave. And she's like, oh, what can we do to help you stay? I did not expect that response at all. So now I meet with her every, like I said, 4 to 6 weeks. And it's been very helpful. And I got a new med. It is so hard to remember the things. Because I do these so sporadically, it's hard to remember what I mentioned. But I have a new med. It's a shot. And I'm not going to tell you what it is because, again, I do not like having things on my conscience. I don't want you to go and like, oh, Amber said she used this. Blah. I don't even know if it works yet. I'm still, I'm just now getting out of the starter dose. But it's something that's supposed to help me with my appetite. So we shall see. I haven't, I don't like binge or anything, but my appetite has not been helping my weight loss struggle or journey rather. So there's that. So anyhow, the weight loss is happening. I don't exercise as much as I want to, but I exercise more than I think most people. I exercise like maybe 3 times a week on average, and I'm not happy with that. I would like to do more. But again, the stress of being mad at myself for not being perfect is just one more unhealthy thing. Okay, so get off my back in case you were thinking of getting on it. I'm doing my thing. I'm losing weight. Um, my stats are what my stats are. Now let's talk into some other stuff. So that's the health stuff. Your girl started doing online dating. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just getting to a place where, I'm doing good. Um, I don't know. I'm feeling really good. I'm taking care of myself, complaints and all. I'm doing my thing and I'm loving life and I'm feeling good. And it's like, a relationship would be nice. Why not start doing online dating during a quarantine when you can't meet with anyone? Um, so there's that. So the workaround for that is to kind of the chemistry check is to go for walks in parks. I haven't done it yet, but apparently that's some people just go out for dinner and they're living on the edge, but not me. So it's okay. So let's just keep it real, okay? I'm about to lose some viewers, and that's okay. But I'm just gonna speak my truth. I'm pretty. And I'm prettier now than I was in the past. I've done online dating several times. And why don't we take a look at my pictures? Y'all, I'm cute, okay? And I am overwhelmed with all the attention. I have never gotten this much attention doing online dating ever, okay? And also, let's take a look at those pictures again. Like, y'all, your girl is adorable. Oh my god, I'm so pretty. And the pigtail, don't you love it? Oh god. So so yeah, I get a lot of attention. And it's different and the volume is much higher and it's like I said, it's overwhelming. Like there's one thing where you can do where you can like because of my past experiences with online dating, I was like, oh, maybe this time I'll like, you can pay a little bit extra and you can get a boost. So, like, you can be during whenever you want, you can have your profile show up higher in the rankings. And it's just, it's marketing. That's all this is. And so I was like, oh, I'll do that. I could not handle that right now. I really couldn't because whew, it is a part-time job staying on top of it. But and it's a quarantine, so it's weird, but anyhow, I'm doing it and so far it's been a pleasurable experience. Guys, and I am talking like to guys as in dudes. Okay, so there's a lot of humor. There's a lot of humor that I've found like some of these profiles are ridiculous and some of the interactions I get are ridiculous. But here's a little dating tip from Amber. Guys, stop guilting women and shaming women for not wanting to give you more details or being not wanting to give you their email or not wanting to say the neighborhood they live in and then doing the whole, well, I understand why you would do that, but I'm not a killer. I'm not a stalker. Stop it. You look stupid. Don't do that. So it's a really interesting experience. I'm glad I'm doing it. I'll keep you posted. But yeah, so that's something that's going on. Also, okay, so the lost episode that I recorded that I didn't put out. One of the issues that I was talking about is I hit a streak of I don't I don't want to call it bad luck. I want to call it a streak of other people's incompetence when it comes to my job search. So, I'm working with a career counselor and there are opportunities for training. Don't ask me too many details. Don't like get up in my business and like, oh, I want to do that. Just Google. So anyhow, sorry I'm having an attitude today. Y'all, it's a day. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Some awesome things have happened, and I'll get there now. But first, my backstory. I get agitated anew thinking about it, okay? So, long story short, I was told several times, hey, I've got an awesome opportunity. You can get some training to get into tech, and it'll be wonderful. Are you sure? Because, I'm like, are you sure? Because it's kind of expensive. Oh no, there's funding for that. You can get some funding, da 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 da. And I said, I'm not going to get my hopes up because it's really expensive and we don't have anything in writing yet. So, whatever. And she's like, oh, my boss said you're fine. Because I didn't put out the episode and I'm talking about being perturbed and upset, obviously we know how that happened. Oh, see, what had happened was there have been a series of see what had happened wases, okay? Y'all, it's ridiculous. But it turns out nothing is covered that I thought would be covered. Nobody knows what type of opportunities there are. Blah, 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 you don't care. However, throughout this whole thing, I applied for a tech boot camp. There were a couple of different options. There's one for coding, there's one for cybersecurity, there's different programs and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I wrote them and I was like, I don't have the funding. I know that before I told you that my career counselor said there would be funding, da 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 da. There is no funding. And they're like, well, we have other options for payment. I'm like, I just can't do debt right now. I can't do debt. I can't do a payment plan. Unfortunately, this opportunity, I'm just going to have to pass. So, I applied to get in. I took a test. I did an interview and I got in, but I got let down because of other people's incompetence. And so I was like, whatever. So yesterday, Christmas Eve, I get an email and they said, and this is from one of the boot camps, they said, if the funding doesn't work out with that organization, I still want to make this opportunity happen for you. So I would like to offer you a scholarship. So after all that, I got a scholarship to a tech boot camp. I'm being purposely vague because nothing's in stone and let's just keep it vague, but I, as of right now, I'm going to be training to do cybersecurity. Go Amber. And it's funny because this is very convenient because I told like almost everyone I know, since it was in stone and you have nothing to worry about and my boss said that it's covered, you can get your hopes up. So I told people, I was like, guess what, your girl's going into this and this and that. And then I was like, oh, just kidding. So now I can unjust kidding because I'm going to start doing that. So that's awesome. So, in general, like altogether, mental health wise, I'm doing okay. It's hard because I'm not in school right now for anything. It doesn't start until the end of January. So I have more time on my hands than I like. And not enough of that is making money. So that's a thing. So that is what that is, but I'm really trying to just do a lot of self-care, do a lot of mental health check-ins, and just take care of myself because, y'all, it's rough. It's rough. The world's in a weird spot. I'm in a weird spot. And I want to thank you so much for viewing and kind of seeing my adventures and misadventures in weight loss and now branching out into other things. Yeah, I don't want to say just yet, it's great to be me, but it's okay to be me. It's okay to be me right now. And I look adorable. Let's get an earrings check. How adorable is that? And my amber ring that I bought for myself for Christmas, for my birthday. And see that? These are some things I had to add to the ring because it's now too big. Because I lost so much weight. Go me. So that, as they say, is that. It's Christmas Eve. It's, the New Year's is coming up, and I have a lot to be excited about. I have a lot that's coming up. One of the other geeky things I'm doing, two quick things. On Christmas Day, which is tomorrow, I'm going to be watching the Wonder Woman movie, the second Wonder Woman movie on HBO because it's going to be on HBO and it's going to be in theaters for people who don't care about their health or the health of anyone that they live with. But I'm going to watch it on HBO and I'm very excited about that. And yeah. What was the other geeky thing? Oh, I'm teaching myself to code. It's HTML, which isn't technically a programming language, I found out, but still I'm doing that and it is really fun. So I kind of hope that coding is a part of cybersecurity because I'm having a good time teaching myself HTML. So that, as I say, is that. Thank you so much for being with me as part of my journey. If you are thinking about getting weight loss surgery, watch some of my old videos where I whine and complain for a bunch of episodes, but I am really glad that I did it. And I am so, so, so grateful that I got in just in time. I got in 3 weeks before quarantine, and then, the surgery stopped. I am so grateful. My quarantine, the quality of my quarantine has exponentially better now that I'm working on my health, that I've lost so much weight. I can do so much more. I'm really grateful. So that, as I say, is that. I'm going to go scamper now. Thank you so, so, so much for tuning in. Please stay involved. And until next time, rock on, cool kids.